Welcome everyone to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We are here at the GAPPS semifinal. Calvary Christian on the road here in good old Jackson, Georgia, taking on Strong Rock Christian Academy. This is a game two. We're in the top of the second. So far, the Knights are actually down 3-0. They just gave up 3 runs in this inning. They just got through changing pitchers. Tommy Irving's on the mound now for the Knights. Strong Rock scored 3 runs off of 3 Calvary errors. Calvary Christian did win game 1 6-0. So if they do not win this game tonight, this game 2 right now, they will have to come back tomorrow. We will let you know the time after this game. You'll get an interview with Coach Steve Smith, hopefully a winning interview from his side. As number 16 is on the at the bat plate right now for that, and he just got hit by a pitch. So Ethan comes up the bat now for the Eagles as they got runners on all the bases. Calvary struggling right now, just the top of the second. First 2 innings went by pretty quickly. Will be on the road again in Woodstock, Georgia, taking on, don't know who that opponent will be, but we will know. But we it's fouled off again. Still an 0-2 count. Does not come in from third. It's actually been a few of these Calvary errors that has gotten the lead for Rock Springs at the moment. And a swing and a miss there for strike 3, and that's out number 3. So, Eagles leading the Knights right now 3-0 as we get ready to go to the bottom of the second. Calvary is the home team in this one, so I'm going to switch it up on the scoreboard, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a few messages. Want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. From Barrington Construction to Bocelli Vikings, Roger Beck and the Roger Beck Center, to Columbus State University, and our presenting sponsor, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Don't y'all go too far. We'll be right back right after this.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live as the Knights are trailing right now 3-0 to Rock Springs. They just scored 3 runs off the top of the second. We're going to the bottom of the second now. The Knights did win game 1 6-0, so if they did lose this game, they will play them tomorrow in a winner takes all in game 3, and whoever wins that one will go on to the championship. So Rock Springs is on the elimination right now as the Knights are coming up to bat here in the bottom of the second. Some discussion right now is going on between one of the umpires and between the coach on the Rock Springs side. Not sure exactly what is going on at the moment, but there is a bit of a delay. There is something being discussed. Actually, I think it's a player. I think they're checking Rock Springs. It's a Rock Springs player. I believe they're checking on him just to make sure he's okay. He seemed to. He's hydrating himself right now, drinking some water, drinking some Gatorade. I hope he is okay. That is kind of what that is. What the delay is. The umpires are just checking on him to make sure. He's still checking on that. While they do that, we'll take a little quick commercial break as they are. Looks like they're going to be making a change in their lineup um, to make sure everything is okay. So be right back right after just a couple of messages.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
They're getting ready to resume action now. The young man seems to be doing just fine. They wanted to check up on him, make sure it wasn't anything too serious. It has been very hot this week. I don't have to tell y'all that. As we get closer and closer to these summer months, the weather gets hotter. Currently, right now, it does feel very good, but I know during game one, the sun was a bit higher as currently we're coming about 7:42 here locally. They're just going to, now they're just waiting around. They're going to recheck the home plate, put some things down. For tomorrow's action, again, like I said before, if Calvary does not win this game two, they'll be back here tomorrow for game three. We also are doing CVCC softball, their final home game and their final regular season game of the season, as they take on Sneeville. I actually forgot the team they're taking on the moment. I apologize. But we will be covering their home game. They're playing tomorrow. That'll be at 2 and 4 p.m., a doubleheader. So. And now we have another. Now we have another delay that is happening at the moment. And it is pointed towards the Calvary sideline. It seems someone said something that the umpire did not like. So this is a bit of quite of a long delay currently at the moment. while they discuss what they're going to do as we get ready for the thing. Other things we got on the docket. Thrift and Richard will be on this Sunday for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show Live. Be sure to tune in to that. They're going to be talking a whole lot more, including the games this weekend and what's coming up as we finish out this regular season of baseball action, or excuse me, as we get ready to close out the playoff, as we're getting ready to go to the championship games next week. We got a number of them on the docket, including Calvary Christian. And so we making sure that so they're making a little discussion. So yeah, we got quite a few more things on the docket this coming up week as we're still sitting here waiting for them to get started. It looks like they're about to get started very shortly. Players are starting to get a bit restless because the young man before who seemed to was suffering from a cramp, he seems to be doing just fine now. So now everyone's just waiting to get back. As Coach Steve Smith and another coach, the Golden Knights coach, they are still discussing things with the umpire. Pitching for the Eagles is number 11. He's so far doing pretty stellar. Has not only given up 2 hits so far. All right, now we're getting started. Again, we get ready to go here to the bottom of the second. That's taking the ball high. That's ball 2. It's number 12. Actually, that hit him. I thought it was kind of high, though. It actually hit him. So Calvary got a runner on base to start this off. So 1 on, nobody out here. Bottom of the second for the Knights, trailing 3-0. Number 14's up the bat now. He takes strike 1. He fouls that one off for strike 2. Count 0-2. He lays that one down. It's played off for the second baseman. And it's thrown to first. He's safe at first, but the runner is out at second. So Calvary does have one on again, but they now have 1 out. That one is single out into the outfield, and it falls. 1 run is going to score for the Knights. And that is so he did run the third, and he was out there, but the run does score. So while Calvary does have 2 down, they do get 1 on the board. So Calvary now trailing 3-1 off a sacrifice triple. Well, he tried to turn it into a triple, but they were able to get him at third. And now the pitcher for the Eagles is hurt. He is on the mound, and the athletic trainer is going to come out and check on him. While they do that, we're going to take a little quick commercial break. Hopefully that young man is okay. Calvary going to the bottom of the second, adding one run, now trailing just by 2.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $9,750 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Georgia and Alabama Sports Live here, covering the GAPPS semifinal between the Calvary Christian Knights and Strong Rock Christian Academy Eagles. Strong Rock is now leading 3-1 after the Knights were able to get a runner on board. The Eagles pitcher fell down for a moment, needed some attendance, but he seems to be doing just fine. It's been a pretty, actually, long second inning so far. There's been a few delays here just from a couple of things going on. Initially, they had the third baseman not feeling too well. Now they're letting the pitcher for Strong Rock just get his groove back. Calvary has 2 down here, but able to score 1. Runner was trying to make his way to third. He was thrown out there, but they had a runner on first. He scored all the way to cut this deficit to 2. Number 23 for the Knights is coming up to bat now. Calvary did win, as I said earlier, game 1. Trying to not come back tomorrow, finish this game out tonight. As that is taken high for ball 1. Taken for ball 2. That is taken for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out here in the bottom of the second. He swings and misses on that one for strike 2. Counts 2-2. He swings and misses there for strike 3. So, and they do make the retune play to first. So we go to the top of the third. Eagles are leading the Knights 3-1. You're watching Georgia Alabama Sports live here on Facebook and YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe to us. Tell us what you enjoyed so much about this baseball season so far, as we still got more in action coming up this next week. Again, as we get ready for the top of the third, I want to thank our sponsors, Barringer Construction, Roger Beck and the Pacelli Vikings and Viking Center, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC Opelika in Opelika, Alabama.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 to 50 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Top of the third here. The Eagles are leading the Knights 3-1. Tate is coming up to bat for the Eagles right now. Calvary won game 1, 6-0. So for Rock Springs, this is a do or die situation, as that one once fouled back for strike one. If the Knights are not able to win this game, they will play them again tomorrow in the same field. We'll let you know the time of that game, if that has to happen. So that is taken down the middle for strike two. Counts 0-2. Winner of this game advances to the GAPPS championship game. As that is fouled off the bat, still counts 0-2. We will be covering that game as well. Comes the 0-2 pitch. It is taken high for ball one. Swing and a miss there for strike three, and out number one here to start this top of the third. Adam McDennis, number one, comes at the bat now for the Knights. Adam fouls that one back for strike one. On the mound for the Knights is number 5 who's pitching. It's taken up high for ball one. Count is 1-1. Down here in Jackson, Georgia, just not too about 30 or so minutes away from Manchester. And that one is singled, and it gets through. And Adam makes his way around first. He thinks about going for second. Instead, he's going to sit there. So the Eagles got a runner on first. As Liam comes up the bat now for the Knights. They got one on here, the top of the third. One out. He takes strike one. And he gets hit. It was drilled in the back, so he will take his base. So the Knights have 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the third. Next batter up for the Knights, number 14. Seems to be a fan favorite here. Alex waiting for his first pitch. Runners on second and first. Knights already trailing 3-1. Time is called as the Calvary Knights catcher and the pitcher, they're just discussing right now. Not the ideal situation you want to be in, especially when you're trailing, but still plenty of game left. All right, we're back. Here comes the first pitch. Pitcher looks to, Board makes his pitch to see what the make the runners go back into their bases. They're not being too aggressive right now, but you can never be too certain. He shows signs of bunt. And it's for ball one. Pitcher throws to second baseman. Runner gets back in time. One out here at the top of the third. 14's ready for his next pitch. Comes. He shows a bunt again, and he fouls that one off. Strike one. Count is 1-1. That one's fouled back for strike two. Counts 1-2. Previous inning, the Calvary Knights had a bases loaded jam. That is where Rock Springs was able to score all their 3 runs, but not off hits, but also Calvary errors. As Calvary has 3 errors right now. He shows a bunt, and he misses for strike 3. Good out there for the Knights. As Brandon Goddard's number 13 comes up to bat. Let's see if he can extend his Eagles lead. Eagles are coming out much more aggressive in game 2 as they were shut out in game 1. It looks like a strike, but it was not, as that was taken for ball 1. Comes the next pitch. It is hit, and it will get through as a single, and bases are loaded for the Knights as Brandon is able to. Bases loaded here. 2 outs in the top of the third. Similar to the top of the second, the Knights find themselves with a bases loaded situation. That's number 5 for the Rock Springs comes up. He takes strike one down the middle. Time is called. That one is hit, but playable. And the Knights get the out for number 3. So Knights were able to survive a basis order situation from Strong Rock as they go to the bottom of the third, only still trailing 3-1. You're watching Calvary Christian Knights GAPPS semifinals right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back after a quick message from our presenting sponsor, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live here down in Jackson, Georgia, covering the GAPPS semifinal between the Rock Springs Christian Academy Eagles and the Calvary Christian Academy Knights. Calvary won game 1, 6-0, as they're trailing game 2, 3-1. The Knights are now back on the bat. Cam is up the bat for them. Looking to start an offensive explosion here as he swings and misses for strike one. The Knights do not win this game. They'll have to play again tomorrow. We'll find out the time of that. So that is taken for ball one. Counts 1-1. That's fouled back for strike two. Counts 1-2. It's a beautiful facility that Strong Rock has down here. It's actually excuse me, not Strong Rock, Rock Springs. I don't think of Strong Rock on my mind. Excuse me, in Rock Springs. If that's fouled back again, counts still 1-2. They play in a baseball softball complex, so it is a very, very nice, beautiful night to be playing some baseball here. He swings and misses for strike three on that for out number one. 14 comes up the bat now. Joel Cordera is up the bat. He fouls that one for a strike one. That one's hit, and it gets through. And Joel has himself a single. Another hit for the Knights. As Bailey Thorne comes at the bat now. Knights got a runner on first, one out here in the bottom of the third. Trying to go ahead and win this game so they don't have to come back here tomorrow. And they can move on to the state championship as they'll play in Woodstock, Georgia next week for that game. That's fouled back for strike one. He swings and misses for that for strike two. Big swing. Type that knocked that thing out the park, tied this game up swing. We could use one of those right now. I'll settle for just an RBI. Pitcher throws back at first and makes sure the runner gets back. He does. Count still 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the third. Thorne waiting for his pitch. Here it comes. He fouls that back off the third base line. Count is still 0-2. Give a shout out to all the Calvary Christian fans who came out here. The parking lot was packed, and I am very surprised. It's great to see the fans and the family come out and support their team. Runner goes, swing and a miss there. Runner goes to second, and he gets there safe. So Thorne does strike out, but the runner does advance. So Calvary does have 2 outs, but they have a runner on second, trying to cut down their 3-1 deficit. As Bryson Brooks comes up to bat now, number 3. Bryson takes strike one. That is in for strike two. Oh-2 pitch coming up high for ball one. Counts now 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's taken off for ball two. Counts 2-2, 2 down here, the bottom of the second. Not bottom of the second, bottom of the third. As that fouls back, count still 2-2. He fouls that one back. It's a good at bat here. Just keep on batting, looking for the right pitch to get yourself on board and get the runner scored. 2-2 count. And he hits him. Not always the ideal way to get on base, but it's a way to get on base. Bryson's going to slowly take his stuff off and make his way to first. Number 5, Tommy's coming up the bat. Calvary got runners on first and second, 2 down here. That's outside, ball 1. That was time called, so that pitch doesn't count. That one's fouled back off the third baseline for strike 1. Count is 1-1. Calvary 23-8 on the season. Perfect in their region. As that is popped up, but playable. But it falls, and the Knights are going to get a runner in. The Eagles had runners around it, but they were not able to make the catch. So Tommy hits a double, and the Knights now just trailing on 1, 3-2 here in the bottom of the third. Number 12 comes up to bat now. And the Knights got runners on second and third. Luke Scoggins is pitch running in for the Knights. And Noah Strickland's up to bat now. It's the Knights getting themselves back in this game, so they don't have to come back here tomorrow to play a winner-takes-all game 3. That's taken high for ball 1. For strike 1. It's in the dirt, ball 2. It's like my colleague Richard Holder used to say, it may be the middle of spring going into summer, but it feels like October baseball. It's the Knights just a run away from tying this, 2 from taking the lead. That's for ball 3. And that's ball 4, and the Knights got the bases loaded. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Number 30, Carson, comes up to bat now. Bases loaded situation, 2 out for the Knights. Coach has something to say to his players. As the Golden Knights coach, he's coming out to talk to his pitcher. As the Eagles took a 3-0 lead after the top of the second, but the Knights have bought them way back into this. If you're just joining in now, game 1 was decided by Calvary Christian, a shutout, 6-0. So they're trying to go ahead and win game 2 so we don't have to be back here tomorrow. Knights got runners, or excuse me, have the bases fully loaded. They make a tornado sign over here to the Knights dugout. That's taken for ball 1. Swings and misses on that one for strike one. The count is 1-1. That's taken for ball 2. 2-1 to count. Ball 3. Doesn't matter how the run score. If it's a ball 4 walking and running comes in, or you get a great hit, or even a grand slam in this situation. And he hits him for ball 4. And the Knights have tied this game. And base is still fully loaded. Jackson Kennedy's the next batter up. Number 2 for the Knights. As they have a bases loaded situation still. Kennedy wait for his first pitch. And that is ball high. Catcher is going to go and talk with his pitcher again. They just want to get on the same page. That's thrown down the middle for strike 1. Counts 1-1. Jackson's been in these situations before. The Knights have been in this situation before. He fouls that one back for strike 2. Counts 1-2. The Knights in their final year in the GAPPS and the GAPPS, as they have dominated, winning 5 state championships, most recently in a row. Looking out to finish out number 6 as they go to the GIAA, the same division that Pacelli and Brookstone next year. And that is strike 3 down the middle. So while the Knights do not get able to take advantage of base loading situation, they do tie the game 3-3, go into the top of the 4th, as we are looking forward to a Knights victory as they move on to the state championship. Again, thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Don't go anywhere, anyone. We'll be right back after a couple of messages.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $9,750 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $9,750 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We're back here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We just got through the top of the fourth and the bottom of the fourth, where game is still tied 3-3. Calvary had an opportunity in the bottom of the fourth, but as you saw there, a double play took them out of a good scoring opportunity, but still plenty of game left. Calvary is the home team in this game too, as they did win game one in a 6-0 shutout. Currently tied right now with Rock Springs 3-3 here, going to the top of the fifth. Adam McDennis for Rock Springs comes up to bat now for the Eagles. He takes ball one. He swings and misses there for strike one. Fouls that one back. It's not playable, but towards the audience. Strike two. Counts 1-2. Eagles were leading 3-0 the top of the second, but since then, as Calvary has gotten themselves back into this game. But that is strike three for the first out here at the top of the fifth. Liam Bryce comes up to for the Eagles now. Number 5 is still on the mound for the Knights, and he has been dealing since that second inning. He has been fantastic so far. That isn't for strike one. That's hit, and it gets through. Gets past the right fielder. And Rock Springs got a runner on first. One out here in the top of the fifth. Alan McCooks comes up to bat now for the Rock Spring Eagles, number 14. He takes ball one. Fouls that one into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. Or tips it in there. Either way, it's a swing and a miss. Pitcher goes back to the runner on first. He is safe. Gets back there. Swings and misses for that. That's strike two. Counts 1-2. And he swings and misses at that one for strike three and out number two. Number 13 for the Eagles. Brandon comes up to bat again. Two down here at the top of the fifth for the Eagles. And he singles that one through, but the shortstop makes the play, and he gets it out at second. And that stops the threat right there as the Knights go into the bottom of the fifth, still tied 3-3. Looking to take the lead and win this game too. We'll be right back after a quick message from our presenting sponsor, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Calvary came back as they were down 3-0, now tied 3-3. Looking to take the lead here to move on up to the championship game in Woodstock, Georgia next week. Bryson Crooks. Wait, excuse me, Bailey Thorne is coming up to bat now for the Knights. And Bailey takes a ball one. That is strike one, tie 1-1. Another ball, counts 2-1. That one's popped up foul, but it's not playable. Count still, now it's 2-2. Actually, it hit at the press box. It was a direct hit right on the top. That one's fouled off again. Count still 2-2. Bailey hits that one pretty deep, and it falls off the wall. And Bailey will take second standing up. It was just a few inches away from almost going away as a solo homo shot, and it just fell right there on the wall. Outfielder was not able to make the play. Now Bryson comes up the bat. Bailey's on second. Nobody out here at the bottom of the fifth. That's the Knights looking to take their first lead in this game. It hung up there. Looking to take the lead here. Nobody out. Runner on second. Bryson up the bat. He takes a ball. So, one of the Calvary coaches telling the players as excited they are, just keep their composure. That's in for strike one. Go ahead and win this game, fellas. Then you can do the celebration. As we're tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Bryce swings at that, but it goes into the dirt, so for strike two. Runner does take third, so nobody out but a runner on third as that ball did get away. So still the great on the runner to advance. Now see if Calvary can score on the opportunity. 1-2 pitch coming up. He swings and misses at that one. Wait. He did swing, but he did tip it, so it was a foul ball. I thought he just missed it, but no. He did tip it. So he's still alive. Count still 1-2. That's fouled off the third baseline. Still a 1-2 count. As they play to the bottom of the seventh, Calvary and the Eagles don't have too many chances left. Calvary trying to take the lead here. Runner on third, nobody out. As they already home team in game two. Bryce fouls that one off again off the third baseline. Still a 1-2 count. Good at bat here. Just keep battling. That's in for ball two. Here comes the 2-2. High, ball three, full count. Runner on third, nobody out. The Knights looking to take this lead, going to the top of the sixth. And Bryson swings and misses at that one for strikeout number one here in the bottom of the fifth. Tommy Irving comes up the bat now. Runner still on third. He shows bunt, and it falls foul. Strike one. So good play. Tried to just get the runner home. Calvary's one of the best teams I've seen that actually can do bunts on the teams we covered this so far for this baseball season. He swings and misses at that one for strike two. One out here, bottom of the fifth, runner on third. Batter takes the timeout real quick. Everyone gets ready. Trying to get the runner to come home. That is for ball one. Despite the protests from the Eagles players. That's hit. That's going to fall. It actually was caught. However, the runner from third is going to come home, and the play will not be in time, and Calvary takes the lead. They currently lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. So Noah Strickland comes in after sack fly to get Calvary the lead here in the bottom of the fifth. It's just the way how Calvary's been playing all season long. As that ball is taken way into the dirt. Whether they take advantage of just good hitting or just good defense, the Calvary Knights have just had a way to battle back in all these games, regardless who the opponent has been this season. That's taken in for strike one. As we get down to wind this game down, Calvary, knowing they would like to get some more runs, that's a swing and a miss for strike two. But if they, as one of my, I guess you could say, favorite NBA coaches used to say, doesn't matter if I beat you by 20 or if I beat you by 2. As long as I have the win and scored it, that's all that matters. Good old Mike D'Antoni. That was during when he was coaching the Lakers. And that did not go out too well for them. As I just take it for strike three. So Calvary doesn't get a chance to score any more runs, but they take the lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the fifth as we go to the top of the sixth. As Calvary has already won game one, they're looking to finish out game two here so they can go on to the championship series next weekend, which we'll be covering as well too. Don't go too far. After the game, we're going to get an interview with Coach Steve Smith as well, just to talk to him about the experience of, and being this field before. As the Calvary Knights are just a couple innings away from going right back into a state championship game. We'll be right back right after a couple of messages.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Top of the order here for the Rock Springs Eagles as we're here in the top of the sixth. They're trailing now 4-3. as they are looking to try to stay alive. They need to win this game, force a game 3 tomorrow. As Calvary did win game 1 6-0. They're currently winning game 2 right now as they're the home team here. That is taken for strike 1. Knights trying to return to what to be their sixth straight champion, the sixth time the championship for the GAPPS. That is a swing and a miss for strike 2. This Calvary team has been and seen it all throughout this season. They have been on win streaks. They've had some losing streaks. But they're the top of their class and the top of their region. And they're looking to show it in their final year here in the GAPPS. So that's taken down low for ball 1. Counts 1 and 2. Calvary will be joining the GIAA next season, taking on the likes of Brookstone and Pacelli and much more. That's fouled back off of the pole of the side of the Eagles. Counts 1-2. And down there again low for for ball 2. The count's now 2 and 2. That's a swing and a miss, but caught by the second baseman, who's going to throw to first for out number 1. So, number 10 comes up the bat now for the Eagles. This is the top of their order. The way how this game is playing, this will be it for them, as they only going to have the top of the 7th. If they do not, they only have the top of the 7th left to do anything. And right now, Calvary is hitting in all phases, and their defense is playing in all phases too. Even with bases loaded, Calvary has been able to keep just this game to a 3-run affair, and they have scored 4 themselves to get them back into it, as that is fouled back for strike 1. Tomorrow will be a CVCC covering the softball team's final home game and regular season game of the season. That starts at 2 o'clock. I'll be on the call for that as well. So that is a swing and a miss for strike 2. He swings at that one for strike 3 and out number 2. Number 16, Miller, comes up the bat now for the Eagles. As of right now, the Eagles, if he does not get on the board or he strikes out here, they'll be down to their final 3 outs. They're down to their final 4 right now. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. That's in there for strike 2. Number 5 for the Knights, just dealing. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he gets him. Strike out. If the ball comes out the catcher's glove, However, he did strike out, but the ball got out of the catcher's mitt. So he does get on board with 2 out here. Number 11 now comes at the bat. Strike 1 on that one. As this is the only run that matters right now. Not worry about the runner on first. Take out the batter in front of you. That's in for strike 2. Oh, excuse me, that's for ball 1. My apologies. I thought it was a strike. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. Some would say they never were. Pitcher throws back to first, but he gets back in time. Runners being not too aggressive, but knows that got to do something here. Trailing 1-0. Goes back to first. He gets back again. Count still 1-1. That's fouled back for strike 2. He swings and misses there for strike 3 and out number 3. And the Knights still leading 4-3 as they get ready to go to the bottom of the 6th. They're just an inning away from returning back to a state championship. And they are playing extremely fantastic baseball right now after trailing 3-0 to start this game off. Again, we want to thank all of y'all for watching this broadcast here on Facebook and YouTube. Like it, share it with your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, as DJ Jones for Sports Vision would say. Next week, Thrift Behringer will be at the Glenwood State Championship game as they're playing in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm not sure who the opponent is. I have to look that up, as it was going to be between, I know it's between Lee Scott, as they were playing, I think, as they were playing against, the last time we did a game, they had lost their first game, so I'm not sure if they did or not, but if it is, it'll be another fantastic rivalry game, as both Lee Scott and Glenwood are also leaving their respective divisions they've been playing in the AISA, as they're going to be joining the ASHAA this coming up season. But Thrift will be there for that, so that'll be Wednesday, so make sure you tune in for that game. So, yes, they did. They won against Clark Prep 8-6. So, it's going to be Glenwood and Lee Scott playing against each other for a state championship themselves in Montgomery on Wednesday, starting Wednesday. So, make sure you tune in to that broadcast as well. And right now, we are, I'm going to go ahead and call it, Calvary will be playing for their state championship next weekend as well. Richard Holdridge will be on the call for that game as he'll be heading up that way. So make sure you, as Carson Ward comes up the bat for the Knights, make sure you stay tuned to Georgia Alabama Sports Live this Sunday where they do their live show. They'll have the times, the updates about the upcoming schedule and stuff. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the Facebook page, now would be a perfect time to do so, as we'll always have the updates and everything about what games and what the schedule we got coming up this week. So, bottom of the sixth now, Calvary looking to get some insurance run or two. Is that a strike one? Calvary leading 4-3, but another run or two would not help. Would not hurt. That one's in the dirt for ball one. That was just a strikeout right there. Jackson Kennedy's up the bat now. That one's in the dirt for ball one. In the dirt again for ball two. Counts 2-0. Another another ball in the dirt. Count is 3-0. Shows bunt. That's in for strike one. And that's a walk. So one out here in the bottom of the sixth, and Calvary got a runner on first. Pitch runner coming in for Calvary. Liam Hocutt is now at the bat. All right. After the discussion with the coach and stuff, he made a couple of changes. I think he made, I guess not. I thought there was going to be a pitch runner. And either way, we're back in the action. Calvary runner on first. One out. Swing and a miss there for strike one. Liam again swinging for the fences. And he gets hit. And we got runners on first and second. One out here in the bottom of the sixth for Calvary, as they want to extend this lead and finish this game off with the next inning. Number 22 come up to bat now for the Knights. Calvary threatening here. That's in for strike one. Foul back. 0-2 count. That's fouled again off to first base. Count still 0-2. That's hit. It falls into play. The runners will stay back at their place. They do not advance, as that was caught in the middle field for out number 2. Joe Cordero up the now bat for the Knights. Runners on first and second. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. They're still leading 4-3. They would love to extend that lead more so as they go to the top of the 7th. It would be the final inning for the Eagles. Joel takes the ball 1. That's high for ball 2. Ball 3. That's in the dirt for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here for the Knights again. 2 down. Bottom of the 6th, bases loaded. And Bailey Thorne's back up to bat again. Thorne hit a double his last time up. We're ready now. Swing and a miss. A Thorne there for strike 1. That's ball 1. Counts 1-1. Bailey swings it again. Misses, strike two. Bases loaded here for the Knights. They're leading 4-3. They would like to make that lead even bigger. And Bailey does that. Does it fall? And the Knights outfielder is able to make the catch. It was an amazing catch as it was close to falling, but he was able to leap out and get that ball. Bailey would have had a bases clearing run there, but instead we're going to the top of the seventh as the Knights still lead 4-3. But their stellar pitching has been amazing so far. Another run or two would have been fantastic, but having the lead, you'll have a chance to go ahead and close it out here. What's on the line? Another trip to the GAPPS State Championship game. Not unfamiliar ground for the Calvary Knights, as they have done so many times in their final year here in the GAPPS. We're going to take a final commercial break here before we come back to the top of the seventh for what we're expecting a Knights victory and another championship appearance. Don't you go anywhere.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
So, we're back here, top of the seventh. This is it for Rock Springs. If they are not able to score here, the Knights will win and move on again to another GAPPS State Finals Championship game. 3 outs away from making that happen. Middle of the order up for the Eagles. Number 5 still on the mound for the Knights. He has been pitching fantastic. That is strike one. It's in there for ball one. Count is 1-1. Outside, ball two. That swing and a miss, strike two. Count is 2-2. He hits that one back towards the third baseman. He's going to make the play at first, and he does for out number one, 2 outs away from the Knights returning back to another championship state finals. Number 1 comes up to bat now for the Rock Spring Eagles. Rock Spring 16-8, number 1. Also, their region has had a fantastic regular season. Down to their final 2 outs here. Swing and a miss for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. And three strikes, three swings, three strikes, and that is strikes out number two. And the Knights are down to their final out. Swing and miss, strike one. After the broadcast, we will have an interview with Coach Steve Smith, so stay tuned for that. Batter calls timeout. That's ball one. One pitch coming up. Two down here. That's foul tipped in, but a strike two. And this is the final out. Excuse me, this is the final strike and will be the final out for the Knights looking to make another state championship appearance. Here comes the pitch. A swing and a miss. And that's it for the Calvary Christian Knights. They win 4-3 as they are going back for another state championship run and appearance. They play state next weekend. Give an excellent shout out to the Rock Springs Eagles team as they played fantastic here. There's nothing to hang their heads down low. Calvary has been a dominant force these past few years, and they gave them all they could in this game and more some. But Calvary, in the end, was able to prevail, coming back down 3 runs to score 4-0, going a 4-0 run, and to win it 4-3 here in the top of the 7th as they make another championship appearance. Winning game 1 6-0, and here 4-3. What was just excellent pitching by both teams. Calvary had 3 errors actually, but those 3 errors were the 3 runs that were only scored by the Rock Springs Eagles. And Calvary was able to bounce back every other inning afterwards to take the victory. Celebration time indeed for them. As we said before, this is not unfamiliar territory, not just because they won so many state championships, but just this season in general. They've had their ups and downs, but throughout it all, they still prevail and they have done everything right. And now they're back at it again for another chance to win it. We're going to let Steve Smith talk to the players as we get him, before we end the broadcast, final interview with him just to talk about this game here and what to look forward to next week. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back. Calvary going right back into the state championship in their final year here in the GAPPS.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
As we get ready to interview Steve Smith, I want to point out the Calvary Christian, they'll be playing Kings Academy for their state championship title. It's coming up Thursday and Friday, necessary. Or excuse me, they'll be playing this Friday coming up. Just listen to what Steve Smith was telling his players right now, congratulating them on a job well done, but also telling them that there's some things that they still need to work on, but they're going to get that fixed well for practice. They did win game 1 6-0. They struggled a bit here in game 2, trailing 3-0, but came back and won it 4-3. It wasn't really so much as their offense, but just routine plays here and there, and just making some errors on Rock Springs. But again, he wanted to give them kudos for all they done well, and they done well. These fine young gentlemen have put themselves in another position to not only get back into it, but to win another title in their final year here in the GAPPS. As I said before, they will be playing next week against Kings Academy. Richard Holdridge will be on the call for that game. Stay tuned to the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live Sunday, as Thrift and Richard will recap this game and talk about all the games that we got coming up this week, including Glenwood playing their baseball team, playing a state title, Montgomery against Lee Scott, both of them in their final year in the AISA. Thrift Behringer will be on the call for that game. That'll be on Wednesday. And then we also have Calvary Christian that's coming up week. So we got some fantastic baseball coming up this weekend and next weekend as well. So if you haven't liked or subscribed to the Georgia Alabama Sports YouTube or Facebook page, this would be the perfect time to do so. Again, Calvary going back to state championship as they won game 1 here 6-0, game 2 4-3. We're just waiting for Steve Smith to finish with his players. They're praying right now, and afterwards we're going to have a few words with him and what his thoughts about today's game and what to look forward next week as they play Kings Academy, as they are just been on a unbelievable, unprecedented run in all the years they've been here in the GAPPS, and what they have done recently and just in this last decade or so, this last half decade or so, has been nothing more than short of impressive, as they have proven to themselves, proven to everyone why they are one of the finest teams, not just in the city of Columbus, Georgia, but just in the state itself, as they are going on another fantastic trip to a state title. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be doing the final home game for the CVCC softball team as they finish out their regular season against Bevel State. I'll be on the broadcast. I'll be on the call in the broadcast for that one. Those games start at 2 and 4. So make sure you stay tuned to Georgia Alabama Sports Live's Facebook and YouTube page for that, as they finish out their regular season. The men's finish out their regular home season this past Thursday. That broadcast, you can rewatch that currently right now. They'll be on the road tomorrow, taking on Snead State. They split with them at home. They won game 1, 5-4 in extras, but lost game 2. Coach is just telling the players right now what the expectations they'll be going for after this. Despite what they've done so far this season, there's always rooms for improvement, and they know that. They know that it's not going to be an easy ride next week, as they could have lost game 2 here today and had to come back here tomorrow to play a winner take all, but they were able to will out and do it. As one of the coaches said, they used their will to make it happen and to beat a team on the winning end of this. And it takes a lot to do that. It's not just a single player that does it. It takes the whole team and them working together. And they have done that this season so far. From all the games that we have had an opportunity and the privilege of broadcasting, this team has been what I would describe as one of the definitive teams in baseball. They have just been fantastic. Whether it's next man up or just not giving up, no matter what the score was. One of the craziest games we did, one of the craziest home games we did, that we got to call Richard Holdridge and myself, was they played against Northside in a game where it was ridiculous. Calvary came out leading starting off a 7-0 lead, and Northside came out and scored 9 runs. And it end came out to be a shootout, a 16-11 affair. But it just goes to show you, again, this team does not waver. They do not falter. They don't give up. And it takes that to not only make it this far, but it takes that to be in games like this where Rock Christian did everything to just be in this game and win it, force this game 3. So as they break up, we'll be right back. We're trying to get a quick interview with Coach Steve Smith about their upcoming games.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile. We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Coach, just want to say congratulations on a fantastic game. You're going back to a state championship, so kudos to that. What were your thoughts going through your head for these 2 games that you were playing today? Sorry, 1 second, Coach. My apologies. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
We struggled to get any offensive rhythm today. First game we scored 6 runs. Probably should have tacked on a couple of the other innings. Our pitching and defense in the first game with Bailey and Drew Seville, they did a great job throwing a 1-hit shutout. So really good job there. Second game, obviously, Ward came out and was really good in that first inning. Struggled a little bit in the second inning, but what we got out of Tommy Irving tonight, really probably his best relief appearance, or really probably his best pitching performance in his high school career, giving us whatever that was, 5 1/3
Yes, sir, 5 1/3,
scoreless
yes.
innings. So, and then he had a 2 RBI single, and then he gets the sac fly to put us ahead. So really proud of him. Same thing in the second game. We just really struggled to kind of get our offensive rhythm. So this week we've got to go back to work and try to figure some things out. Next week we play a really good Kings Academy team all year long. They've blown teams out all season long. So we're going to have to really grind. They've got some good arms, and we faced them the last 2 years in the state championship. The first year was a really good series. Last year, we kind of ran away with it just a little bit in that second game, but they're going to be ready for us. It's going to be a really good series.
Coach, your team, what you played this regular season and everything that you've done so far, you've experienced the ups and downs with them. And I heard some of the things you were telling the guys when you were just talking to them about you can be better in every game. What is the best, knowing that you're going to be playing a familiar opponent? How do you just get them ready to know that, hey, just because what happened the last couple of years doesn't mean it's going to be the same thing? Like, how do you just let them know mentally you need to be prepared for anything as we go for this?
Well, every year when we come into the season, I always talk about that. Whatever our team is coming into the year, it's a brand new team. It has never accomplished anything. You can't take a championship from the previous year. You can't take however many wins from the previous year. So it really is, how does that team do and how does that team execute? Well, we just got to continue to keep working on what I was just telling them at this point in the season. You throw all the stats out. It really is, what does your team need? And so this whole week, that's what we've got to make sure that we focus on, is being able to really get that offensive rhythm, do what we need to do just to be able to put pressure on their defense. So we've got our work cut out for them. It's going to be a really good series.
Coach, I appreciate you. Fantastic job. Congratulations once again for you and your coaching staff of the team just making it there. We'll be there up next week to cover that game, and we're looking forward to hopefully y'all hosting another state championship your final year here at the GAPPS. So we really appreciate it, Coach, and we thank you for all that you've done for us this season as well, too, for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We can't thank you enough. And we really love coming out and doing these games. Love to be out there next week for you.
Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate you coming out here and making the drive all the way out here. So
Hey,
thank you so much.
It was fantastic. Sorry I couldn't get here for game one, but I
Yes,
made
sir.
it for the most
Appreciate
important
it.
one. Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach.
it. Thank you.
Appreciate you. That's Coach Steve Smith here for the Calvary Christian Knights as they are going right back for another state championship game. Just a fantastic one here. As he said before, we'll just recap. They did win game 1 6-0, and they won game 2 here 4-3. Just fantastic. All ends, both from their pitching, the defense, and just not giving up. As they will take on the Kings Academy next week. We will have that game. We'll be broadcasting that live. So, again, we just want to give a shout out to all of y'all for tuning in, for watching this broadcast. We can't thank y'all enough. So, we'll be back again next week. Richard Holdridge will be on the call for that. I'm Christopher Gates down here in Jackson, Georgia. As the Calvary Christian Knights, they move on and they play for another state title. And we look forward to being there and hopefully showcasing another Calvary State win. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a lovely evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for the CBCC softball game starting at 2 o'clock right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Thank you for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. Get ready to smile.